Hello folks and welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and this is the Friday LEGO Let's Chat. Starting off the day with a couple of technical difficulties. You'll notice that the camera that we had down in the lower right is no longer here. I couldn't get it to work. I tried and tried and tried. And ultimately I don't like tying up my phone during the stream anyway, so I will have to find another way to get a picture-in-picture for future LEGO builds. I'll also think a little bit longer about the shot, maybe get a tripod or something like that to help us with a better shot. But we are on the LEGO Motorized Lighthouse. It's a LEGO Ideas project. We're on the last couple of bags. There's only 2, so we'll probably get that started. I wouldn't mind looking at the LED lighting kit that was sent in by Cosmic Dancer last weekend as well. So that could be fun to look at. I don't think we'll get to this today in terms of actually assembling it, but we will at least open it up and take a look for folks that are interested in LED kits from Brixmax. And again, thank you to Cosmic Dancer for both this and the set, which is set number 21335. And if you have not already figured it out, I am a little bit hoarse today. I think it's just the weather. I think it's just the humidity. We are looking at Hurricane Lee hitting the Maritimes in one way or another this weekend. So I'm going to stream for a bit today because there's a chance I might not have power tomorrow or Sunday. So stay tuned on Twitter and in the Discord for that. I will try to keep everybody up to speed as best I can. 11 minutes ago, MindTripMedia used 100 bits. Thanks so much. I did not catch that because, again, technical difficulties. I had trouble getting Streamlabs notifications up and running as well. So I appreciate that, MindTripMedia. Thank you for all of your support across the board, by the way. Just, you know, different Patreon support, the bits that you are dropping in streams and all that kind of stuff. I very much appreciate it, MindTrip. It's very, very cool. All right, I guess we can move some of this without a little camera in the bottom corner. I don't have to worry so much about this. I don't think I've bumped the camera since last time. Bag number 12 does not look to be all that detailed. Famous last words, of course. So how's everybody's week been? These are the last 2 bags, Cosmic. Yep, that's it. 12 and 13. A while ago, LEGO had a little notification inside their bags to say that they were going to switch from plastic bags to paper, but I've yet to see a paper piece bag inside the sets. That's why I think there might be time to check out that Brixmax kit today, too. My week's been pretty good. I've been trying to do a lot of research. I might do a little bit of traveling in the near future. And I'm trying to figure out where I can go, where I can like rent an apartment for a month and still be able to do the Spawn Chunks podcast on Mondays and then be able to be on vacation the rest of the time. Because one of the most challenging things as someone that's self-employed despite all the freedom that it does give you, you do not get paid vacation. So you either have to take a huge financial hit, which is like almost being out of commission for 2 months, right? Because you've got to save up for the extra months that you're gone, and then you've got other things to consider as well. So being able to work while traveling is a great option. But I find that when you get into those rabbit holes, you start doing YouTube research, and the next thing you know, you're watching 10 videos, you know, on travel and different stuff that you just don't know, and oh, it adds up quite quickly. The algorithm is real. All of a sudden, all of my recommended YouTube videos have gone from Minecraft and video games and Starfield to travel blogs. Man, and there's something to be said for a travel blogger or a travel person on YouTube that takes the time to get information right and talk about things. As man, there's a lot of people on YouTube that like to hear themselves talk and say absolutely nothing. On the flip side, there's also quite a few people that are very informational, don't gatekeep, and I've found to be very, very helpful as well. So there's pros and cons, but you got to wade through the chaff. You know, it's akin to like when you're looking up something about how to do something in Minecraft. The sheer volume of content that you get back, not all of it is going to be high quality, right? Cosmic is saying, I thought that's pretty much what most of YouTube was, people who just like to hear themselves talk. Well, there's that too. I've really been enjoying watching the reaction videos to some of the latest Star Wars stuff. It's I'm not usually a reaction video person, but I found a number of people that really have it down. Blind Wave is a great channel. They get excited, but they don't scream, and when they do get really excited where they might yell, they at least have an audio production that keeps everything in check and it doesn't like break your eardrums. Whereas I find some people that do, you know, quote unquote reaction videos, they're over the top and they're just screaming all the time, peaking the audio on their mic, which to me is like the #1 amateur mistake. And the moment somebody does that, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not interested. Not saying that I don't do it ever. I know that it has happened on some of my podcasts before, but the like the on purpose yelling, like that kind of stuff is just not a good audio experience. A lot more outside pieces. Probably gonna be working on the very top of the tower in this bag, it looks like. Would be my guess. Is there anybody in the chat that's new to my LEGO Let's Chats this week? Every once in a while somebody comes in. I was not able to add the hashtags to this week's stream. I was able to remember to change the stream category, but there was some weird Twitch error, and I got tired of redoing my Twitch data 3 and 4 times over before the stream. It just wouldn't save it. I'm not sure, Cosmic, as you're an editor, if you have access to change the hashtags attached to the stream. I know you can change the stream category, which it should be correct, I believe. I'm not sure what it is today, but I found that I'm weirdly shaky. Like I was doing stuff with the Xbox earlier, and I felt really strange. I'm not sure whether it's just like the humidity or what. Hey, there's True Purple. What's up? You still had Bethesda and Starfield tags when the stream started, so I changed them. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate that. I launched the stream, but I used Streamlabs desktop when I was streaming Lego. I have not moved the Lego stream over to OBS Studio because it means I have to change my desktop resolution every time I stream Lego. So I just leave the very simple setup I have for Streamlabs desktop for Lego. And when you hit start streaming, I can go in there and change the stream like category, but it does not let me change the hashtags. Maybe we can fit in some gray over here. Got some weird little pieces. Try to fit in. Yes. Go back up here. Farmer Man, hello. Welcome in. Wow, I really am losing my voice today. Hey, there's the mighty Elkhorn. How's it going, Elkhorn? Hope your Friday is going well. Maybe we'll move these. Find it a lot easier to try to stay within shapes than within colors. It all depends on how things line up. Sometimes I can get ahead of myself and line things up really nicely, but it's always like a nice... It's almost like a mental exercise, I guess, when you're knolling out pieces. It's akin to doing a jigsaw puzzle. Like, it's the same sort of brain shape search recognition sort of stuff. Oh. Plus, you can always move things around. When is Hurricane Lee? I have no idea what the full name of it is. Due to hit you, that's overnight tonight into tomorrow. Like, late tonight. If you look up the Dartmouth, the forecast for Dartmouth, Nova Scotia kind of gives you... Right now it's a tropical storm warning. I don't think it's going to be a hurricane when it gets here. But, I mean, tropical storm wind gusts are still up over 100 kilometers an hour. Like, it's still not going to be a fun time. The real issue is not just that it's a storm. It's that we've had more rainfall this summer in the course of like June and July, in like the course of a week or so, than what is normally falls like all summer long. And so we had a lot of flooding. There's a lot of damage and those kind of issues. And though there's not been time for the city to repair infrastructure, there's not been time for people to repair damaged homes. In some cases, people are still not back in their homes. So the fact that there's another extreme weather situation coming is disheartening, I think, for a lot of people that have property that they have to deal with. It's going to affect rural Nova Scotia probably a little bit more than the city, but there are still places in the city that flood. The main problem in the city will more than likely be power outages due to power lines. A lot of our power in the city is on telephone poles, like it's not underground. A lot of cities now, modern cities usually have underground power, but ours is still above ground in a lot of different places. That is bag number 12. But yeah, we're due to get 25 to 50 millimeters of rain in the next 24 hours. I went out with my dad yesterday to the grocery store and got some non-perishables, and I've recharged all my batteries and my charging packs for my iPad and a phone and stuff like that. So hopefully we're in good shape. I'm hoping it's just a lot of rain and I don't lose power. It would be nice to be able to work this weekend, because that's the other thing. I lose money. You know, like when I can't stream on a Minecraft weekend, like that's income that I can't get. All right, let's move this into view. Best I can. Hopefully the angle will still allow people to see what's going on. Just gonna go with these two pieces here. I noticed when I was watching a little bit of my stream from the last LEGO day that I wasn't very close to the mic sometimes, so I apologize for that. I'm usually pretty good at being mic aware. I realize this is getting very close to the camera. This is probably only about a foot from the camera, maybe less. Looks like it's going to be a little holder for the wrench. Didn't need both of those. And then this goes up like that. This little thing that holds the wrench, and that gets put. This gets moved up here, sort of, and goes right in here. I'm very curious about how this is all going to come together on the top. Hopefully when it comes to do the light stuff, I'll be able to move it like right into the center of the shot and you'll be able to see decently. Jody Illyria, thanks for the lurk. Much appreciated. Compounds issues that people are already dealing with previous weather issues. Yeah, exactly. Yep. not sure if this is out of the shot or not. Should be in it. Oh, we're good. Okay. I can't see my the arm for my camera is right in the way of the little LED screen on the back of the unit. I really need to get a proper shot that I can see from where I'm sitting. Yeah, for me it's elbows elbows down. These two pieces go up here. I'm really trying hard not to drop anything down in the hole. Yeah, we're absolutely putting in the groundwork for this top tower bit. L-Hops, hello. I only exist from the elbows down until October 15th for Minecraft Live, in which point I exist from the chest up. I've been contemplating quite seriously about adding a face cam, especially for games like Starfield, where there's a lot of time being spent looking in menus, and I feel like there's something to be said for having that thoughtful face of the streamer on, like, live on camera when there's a lot of silence happening as I'm reading or looking for something I can't find, that kind of stuff. Septic Spud MC. Hide your spuds. You're getting raided by Septic Spud. Is that anything like a poisonous potato? I'm assuming that's the reference. Thanks for the raid. Welcome in, folks. MC Mr. Richard. Welcome. Thanks for coming in with that raid. We've seen this before. This is the Friday LEGO Let's Chat for folks that just coming in with that raid. Something I do every Friday. We're on the last 2 bags of the LEGO Motorized Lighthouse, with more sets to come. I've got the UCS X-Wing coming up starting next week. Now, did I put that right? Yeah. Got this big piece. One of these white pieces. And so we've got these 2 little black bits. That's where the ladder's going to hook on, it looks like. Followed by one of these. That goes in like this, and that clips the wire. So This goes on here. Like so. And then we use the ladder to hold the wire. If anybody in chat that has channel points wants to use them, if I do anything where I'm like out of shot or you can't see what I'm doing, by all means tag me with an @ reply or in chat, or a highlighted message with channel points. Very much appreciated. Oh, that's not the right way. Tricky. All right. Go down first. And then clip it there. There we go. Not a lot of wiggle room left in that light. Okay, that's that step. What were you up to on stream today, Septic Spud? What were you working on? I mean, I'm assuming you're playing Minecraft. Two of these little pieces. Little guy and one of those. I like these smaller steps with very specific, unique structures. A lot easier to follow. Goes on top of this thing. Goes here. Two, three, and then 2, 3. How much did this set cost? I don't know. It was a gift. The link to the set is in the chat, though. Making a nice smooth corner. And this is going to go right there. That's sort of out of view. Try to move this in a little bit. So I put it right there. Not really a way to get this closer. You'll see where this one goes. This is just a mirror of the piece we just added. Barely at the bottom of this. Tip it here a little bit. So just these two pieces there. It's hard with it so tall and the camera's still a little bit close to the table. Oh, put that in upside down. Go. Oh, I remember these windows from earlier in the tower. Goes together like that, and then this goes right there. Cool. That, hard to see, but that's the top window there. Thanks, True Purple. Yeah, it's a really cool kit. Right. Top piece there. I'll have to remember to see, like, leave more space here open so I can move the model farther up in the shot. Always nice to lock everything in place, except for I put that in backwards. I think. No, that's right. Weird. I was not expecting that. There's a small indent over here, but it's probably going to get covered up, be my guess. The level of detail in the bottom of the set is very good, Cosmic, I agree. Locking some of these skinny pieces in place. And we've got this piece with a couple of these little guys on it. It's funny, you know, when I get into some very precise instructions in LEGO, I find very much like Minecraft, I end up narrating what I'm doing as opposed to having like a secondary conversation about something like Star Wars or whatever. Without any spoilers, how many people in chat are, one, watching Star Wars Ahsoka, and two, are people that either grew up watching the Clone Wars or coming to Ahsoka with Clone Wars and Rebels knowledge, like having seen those series, either as an adult or growing up with them on TV? Ah, so now we've got mechanism stuff happening. This goes that way. That. We've got these two pieces that connect. Oh, that's wrong. Like I said, really intricate stuff. And then that sits in here. That. And then this down through there and connects into this little spot that turns. Good, good. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way a little bit. Twitch subs are indeed 30% off for the month of September. There's only 2 weeks left of that. So if you'd like to join the Discord, you can use your Twitch sub at 30% off. Gets access to a sub badge, emotes, and the Discord. Alternatively, you can also check out the Patreon. And that's at patreon.com/JoelDuggan. And that access to the Discord, while it doesn't include the emotes on Twitch, the same emotes are available on Discord. So if you've got Nitro, then you can use them all over the place. And it renews automatically. You never have to worry about it again. It's also cheaper. Which reminds me, big shout out and thanks to folks that have been supporting me, as I know that around the world people are tightening up their budgets, and entertainment budgets are usually the first things that get tightened up in these situations, and I really appreciate that I have the continued support that I do. That's why I try to point people towards places like Patreon, where if they want to support but Twitch is just too expensive, then there's an alternative out there that's more affordable. Patreon gives me a bigger cut too. And just not just me, I mean any other streamer that you like and you follow and you want to support, then that's a great way to do it too. I know I just made a mess, but I want you guys to be able to see. So this is going to go on the side here. I'm hoping we can tighten that up at the top later. Make 2 of these. I think that's exactly what we're going to be doing, is tightening up this top piece. This is going to go over the window on this side, and then you'll be able to see a little bit clearer that goes over the window on that side as well. Yep, looks the same to me. The way you build is so organized. Whenever I build a set, I just chuck all of the bags in a great pile and work from there. There's a way to go in between. Steven ESC has like little Tupperware containers where he just kind of like dumps all the different colors in, so at least they're color separated. I find that the knolling process prolongs the build experience. So when you're building a Lego set that you've spent money on and you don't want it to be over in like 2 weeks or 2 streams, then by doing it this way, it gives me a longer opportunity to chat with the chat room. It prolongs the build experience, like all that kind of stuff. So 4 of these little guys. Such a subtle way to kind of build up the connections. Oh, I was supposed to do 2 of those pieces. Whoops. Yeah, I missed the... Normally they put them in like a little white box, but I missed it. It's so tall now, it's casting a shadow on the table. It's weird how these are supposed to line up perfectly, but then sometimes the pieces just don't. They have these weird little spaces in them. Anyway, this was supposed to go on this side here. This doesn't connect because of the mechanism. We'll have to see how that's going to turn out. We're here. We used to see Steven that if he wanted to his Lego organized, he just had to shake the Tupperware boxes and say, "Oh no, unsorted Lego," and you just appear in a cloud of smoke. That's funny. Make 4 of these, they say. Really cool how that little separator lines up the top of this small gray piece with the big piece, and it kind of creates this solid arch. How tall is this thing? I mean, I know how tall it is, but like we've still got another level to go, I think. The light is going to be at the very, very top of this. All right, so then these go on the front. Like that. Straightforward enough. Stream time is at 1 hour. Break once this bag is done. Yes, that's probably a good idea. Thank you, Cosmic. I was a little bit late too. The starting soon screen went for longer than I normally let it go. So I don't mind. But thank you for the heads up. If I was building this, this is the point where I'd need to be able to stand up to finish it off. Yeah. This right here is about eye level for... Well, no, it's lower than eye level, but like... My vision is like even with the top of this. I think the top of this is going to be close to eye level by the time I'm done. This is the cool step I wanted to do. Lock everything in place. Nice little ring around the top. Very cool. That's almost a perfect circle. That's really neat. It's a really intricate little piece. That. And 2 of these. Another window. This is a lot harder to put in than the other one. Yikes. There we go. That's not coming out. I'm glad I looked at, made sure I did it right the first time. Cute little windowsill. This just goes on here. That. I can't believe how nicely all of this stuff lines up. Really interesting. Did I miss a step? Nope. Goes along the bottom. That. Flip it over. And now we've got this piece here. Locks everything in place. And then this goes on the back. And oh, I see. There's just a couple of... This is obviously one of those pieces that's meant to come off if you need it to, because there's not a lot to fasten it there. But that's very sturdy still. Very cool. That's bag 12. One little itsy bitsy piece left over. I hope I didn't miss anything. Not look like I did. Nope. So I'll just gently tip this forward so you can see where we are with it. So that top window and up to that top ring around the top is what we did just now. And this should be bag number 13. Cool. Folks, I take a break once an hour. Gives me a chance to reheat my coffee, stand up, get a bit of a stretch. You should too. If you're having fun, maybe tell a friend about the stream, and we'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. All right, final bag. I feel like there's a lot left, but I could be wrong. Very special seagull piece. Don't imagine you see these very often. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Cosmic. And thank you, Blast Jordan. Combination of lots of big pieces and lots of teeny tiny pieces. This looks really cool. Obviously part of the mechanism for the light. Oh yeah, the lens that they talked about in one of the descriptions in the book. Wow, lots of stuff. Another metal fish, or a metal looking fish, I guess. This is where, you know, the engineering behind LEGO really shines. Also, where I very much feel the size of my hands compared to the size of some of these pieces. It's always a weird feeling on the last bag of a set, you know? Like you're excited to finish it, but then you're like, oh, it's over. I mean, there's more sets, don't get me wrong, I've got more stuff to build. But it's just a... like, it's like the last bite of dessert, you know? This is going to take a while to sort out, I think. You name it though, don't let chat do it unless you want it named Gully McSeaglerson. Yeah. I don't think we have to worry about that. Wow, I have made that very crooked. There's a piece there. Glad I caught that. Man, pieces that roll. Definitely bane of my existence when it comes to trying to lay stuff out. I always have this weird battle with like trying to lean around the mic versus lowering it versus having it higher. I was watching, I don't remember the YouTube channel, but I was watching a really cool review of a very affordable shotgun mic, and it sounded great. And those are the kind of mics that you don't have to have right next to you. You kind of like point them at you, and then they kind of capture from out of frame. But the issue is that it's an XLR connection, and I don't have a mixer. Which is surprising for somebody that, you know, podcasts professionally, but at the same time, it's another point of failure that just I don't have to worry about. Yeah, I am all over the place crooked on this today. I hope I wasn't this shaky when I was playing Starfield yesterday. No wonder I couldn't shoot anybody. And that's a lot of little pieces. Holy smoke. Lots of Technic stuff. Sometimes you can kind of look ahead and see, like, okay, I've got a lot of little pieces, so I can make a lot of little rows ahead of time. Kind of set yourself up for success, I guess. Grabbing pieces that are all similar and piling them up is usually a good idea too. I find, anyway. Ah, there's a spare one of those. I know it's a lever, but it looks like a sword. How many of these we've got? 4, 8. Would you ever get to the point where it's the last bag and it has all tiny pieces like this and just be like, nope, and shove them on the pile? I was tempted to do that just now. Yeah, I think if the other bag wasn't so short, you know, like I feel like if I was at the last bag and I was pressed for time, you know, like I wanted to wrap it up and move on, and I think then, yeah, that's a possibility. There's something too about the motor function of laying stuff out that's really tiny that I get a little sick of. Especially when they're so small or so awkward that they all kind of go a little bit crooked. That's kind of where I throw my hands up like, all right, please, something else now. Like, how many times can I knock things out of alignment here before my brain just kind of goes, that's enough. Stop it. Especially when you think you've got it sorted and then you find another piece just like the one that you thought you laid out. I can't believe we're jamming all of this into the top of this tower. Like, this is wild to me. I guess they are all very, very small. Like hobbits. Did I not just skip this track? I'm gonna have to rethink this playlist when I go back to playing Satisfactory, because it's definitely not grown on me the way that I was hoping it would. Well, if there's ever a way to demonstrate how patient you are as a person, this is it. Yep, that is true. That's true. It's funny, you know, when you're aware of that kind of stuff about yourself, I find like I can usually tell immediately when I'm hungry, overtired, or even just generally grumpy, which I don't tend to be. But I can tell you that when I am short on patience, like if I am impatient in a grocery line or impatient about trying to get something done, there's another factor, because normally I'm an extraordinarily patient person, probably to a fault. And when I've lost it, I'm definitely aware of, uh-oh, there's another factor here. You know, is it because I'm tired? Is it because I'm hungry? Usually it's because I'm hungry. Oh good, pieces that roll. I did not check the time when we came back from the break or when we started this bag, but it has definitely taken a little while. There's a ton of these. I've got a funny feeling this is going to look very, very cool. I was not paying a lot of attention to how the top of it looked. You tend to take it all in as a whole, but there's an awful lot of detail in this top part. Curious to see how it looks once it starts to spin. I guess I could always turn off the overhead lights here as well once we have that sorted, right? Maybe it'll cast a beam. If you haven't figured it out, I have lost any care about keeping things perfectly straight. Final bag. Laid out, ready to go. With no room for the instructions. I'm probably going to have to move these. Close enough. Took about 20 minutes? Really, Cosmic? Wow. Felt like a lot longer than that. Alright, starting off with a big old octagonal piece. Go in like that. Great big black pieces. Perfect. Air quotes. Yeah. I find that there's a weird thing for me because in some ways, as we all know from my Minecraft builds, I can be a bit of a perfectionist. But at the same time, I absolutely will just, I guess, get frustrated when something I know is just not going to be worth the trouble to fuss around. And I will absolutely be just like, bah, good enough. And which is weird, because normally when someone is a perfectionist, that's not something that they can do very easily. I find I have to let go of that kind of stuff a lot when I'm at like the gym, because I have a workout that I try to do. I have set exercises. I also have a lot of knowledge of different exercises I can do instead. And if the machine that I want is busy, if the gym is just really swamped and I can't get on things in the right order for me, I can pivot and I can do things in a different order. I can do different exercises. And I feel like that's, you know, when someone is a perfectionist or someone that's set in their ways, I guess that's less of a perfectionist thing, more of a creature of habit thing. But I am definitely a creature of habit. I'm aware of that. And when you're met with those kind of change in routines, like some people, it really bothers them, and I'm just like, meh, you know, I'll still get a good workout. I'll just shift, do things backwards today, or, you know, start with arms instead of ending with arms, like that kind of stuff. Oh wow, this goes right on top. I will apologize ahead of time. I feel like there's going to be a number of steps in this like final bag that you're just not going to be able to see very well. I need to turn this around. Got my iPad in the way too. Now the microphone's in the way. I realize you probably can't see this. You know, Cosmic, we were joking earlier, but I think I actually have to stand up now. So I apologize if the audio gets a little bit funny. So we've got all 8 of these little things. And that's going to lock this piece in place. So if I go quiet for a bit here, it's because I'm too far away from the mic. It's wild. I don't know if I've ever built a Lego set so tall. Ah, I did it. That went all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. Saw that coming a mile away. Are you kidding me? Oh, we got it. Chat's gonna get your knuckles in their eyes in a second. Yeah, it's real close, right? I guess I could change the camera angle. This camera rig, the Elgato arm is not all it's cracked up to be. Right, let me move my chair. I think for the sake of video, I'm just gonna wreck some of this. Just so we can see what's going on. I have to hunch over to get close to the mic. At least when I stand up, I can see the LED screen on the back of the camera. Some very strange pieces. These blocks are very similar to like Minecraft proportions. They're very square. Most Lego pieces, 1x1 bricks are more. They're taller than they are wide usually. That's a good point, Cosmic. Yeah, well, you'll. For folks that can't see, that you'll see the finished product. Plus, I'll have pictures on my Instagram as well. 2, 2, and 3. Speaking of impatient, I find that music today is not always on my list of. Yeah, that sounds good. Being really careful with these tiny pieces that they don't drop them inside. I think it's so tall that it's out of focus. I guess this is some sort of door. Neat. Here we go. Your time. Goes on like that. I gotta make sure I'm doing this the right way. I know I've got this is turned around backwards because I want it to be in the shot. Did I do this whole thing backwards? Yeah, I did. Shoot. Trying to put everything in shot for you guys, and I definitely messed up. I think it should be pretty easy to fix though. It's missing now. Oh, did I put that in the wrong spot? Yep. Alright, real tricky. Crap. Man, when Lego doesn't want to come apart, it doesn't want to. Got it. What a pain. Stuff like this makes me concerned about how difficult it might be to do the lighting on stuff like this on kits that are already built. I'd imagine it would be very difficult. That would be why that wasn't working. This goes here. Alright, you haven't missed anything. I've just rebuilt what I did a second ago, just in a different direction. So I'm going to move all this stuff. Way you can see, but I have to keep it in the same orientation in the instructions. There's a little door there. Door. This is really wild. That goes together like that. Two little red pieces, two black rivets. Find them back and forth now between kneeling and standing. This is where I can see people that do this stuff with big sets. I could see where they would do wide shots. Oh, that's backwards. That. Those go on the pins, and that goes in the light. That's the light. See if I can turn it on. That's going to go in the bottom of this. Interesting. And there's these two little pegs. Thanks for the heads up, Cosmic. Appreciate it. Now, I didn't. Oh, that's interesting. I thought the lens would be facing. Okay, this is going to be really cool. This is going to function the same way a real lighthouse functions in terms of how they break out the light, like, or they refract it, focus it. They were talking about the lens in the book earlier on. I think we read that part on stream. Oh, wow. Cool. Okay, like that. This must have taken forever to design. Oh, the sticker. That's what I was trying to figure out how they're going to do this, and now I realize there's a sticker. It's a reflective sticker. So it's the mirror that would be used in a normal lighthouse. We're just going to use like a tinfoil sticker. Okay. And this goes on like this. Really cool. This will focus everything. This goes this. Still not entirely sure how the light gets up that far. I guess there's a hole, maybe? Did we give it a go? Why not, right? So not nearly as bright as the light actually is. I see what it's doing though. So we put the light bulb in the base of this, and the light bulb is shooting up, and then it hits the mirror or the reflective sticker and goes that way and goes through the lens, and that's how it works. But because of how far that is, and because we're only using a little piece of sticker, reflective sticker, it's not nearly as bright as the LED is on its own, but it's still very cool. Well, then I'll hold it sideways. Silly rock piece. Not falling out, keep falling off. This just will not stay, no matter what I do. I'm not sure whether it's a misalignment of the piece or the plate. Alright, I gotta sit down again. It is really cool. I agree. Alright, so that goes in like that. Four of these left. When you get a lot of pieces like that, they're very similar. It reminds me of the great ball machines and the like tracks and treads and stuff that people make at Lego. Man, I'm glad that the X-Wing is not tall, because the X-Wing is a really big build, but it's big like this way, not so much tall. Oh, interesting. They don't quite touch. That's cool. So this is like the outside roof. Oh, they do go together like a track. Okay. Really subtle. And probably hard to do without putting my fingerprints all over them. Trying to handle them from the edges as best I can. Neat. It's very similar to like redstone stuff in Minecraft, where like you have to repeat the same thing over and over and over and over again, like doing like a piston wave or something like that, and it feels really monotonous. But then the end result is this really cool, flexible, you know, dynamic thing. I think my buddy Chad would really like this set. I don't know if he would like building it, but I don't know if the tedium of it would necessarily be up his alley, but I think the mechanism and the end result I think he'd be into for sure. Right. And then we wrap it around and connect it together. Cool. Goes on this. Symmetrical? So yes. Very, very slick. So there's the tops of little plates that have like the single studs in them. How that all connects. So it's not quite a circle, but pretty darn close. Oh, it goes upside down. Huh. Trying to line up the seam with how they have it in the instructions. That's pretty cool. Really hard to see. Where's the switch? I do the top. Oh, that's what the little spiky thing was for. That is like 3 inches away from the camera. Like it's right there. And now we do the railing? Wow. This goes in like that. Four of those. So these are rubber, they're bendy. More so than normal Lego. Lego. Yeah, that's right. That. And then we stick them all together. I'm always leery of stuff like this where you end up bending the pieces. So they will be bent here until the end of time. I don't think there's any way to really unbend them. It is really close to the camera, yeah, sorry. I think what I'll have to do is maybe I'll take like a short video or something and put it on Instagram. These two here, and then we wrap it around. Thought that was going to be harder. bad. They're not entirely even, but they don't look too bad. Definitely adds a nice shape to the top of it. Maybe over time they'll loosen up a little bit. Now I think tipping it over is going to be a thing of the past, because now we've got these last little bits here. We've got the barrel. Covers up that seam, and that's where the fish goes. And then the seagull goes on this little rock. He's rubber too. And that's it. That's the whole kit. Very, very cool. So it's gonna be difficult to show this off. So I'm gonna take the fish out so I don't dump him somewhere. But while we've got this camera angle, it's a good opportunity to take the roof off the house. Really strange that they that you cover that up, but I'm not sure if it shows up very well on stream, but you can see down in the house lots of detail. There's like a fish and a wine bottle and cheese, stove, kinds of cool stuff. The stove lights up. I don't know if you can see that on stream, but there's the stove lights up in there. Actually, hold on. Really hard to see. And then there's all the details in the roof. That just pops back on there. Really well done. And there is a little treasure chest over here, and that's where the switch is to turn everything on. It's not as bright as I thought it was going to be. We'll turn the lights off again. Still the middle of the day. So you can see there's still a lot of light coming from my window. Pretty cool. while I'm standing up, I'll give like a slow kind of rotation as best I can. I'll have more pictures on my Instagram. I'll try to take a screen, like a video or two as well. But that is the tallest build I own. Thanks again to Cosmic Dancer. What a wonderful, wonderful build and a very thoughtful birthday gift from way back in April. I really, really appreciate it. Very, very cool. I do not have time to get into the Bricks Max lighting kit today. Oh, that's the one for Ecto 1. But they did send along as well. So there are more lights that we can put on, some exterior lights. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but some fun stuff. So I'll look into that another time. But I very much appreciate everyone being here. Gonna try to pass you on to somebody else, either doing Lego or maybe Minecraft. Cosmic, if you want to throw some folks in chat that we might be able to pass things along to, that'd be great. You can of course follow me on Instagram at Joel Duggan. That's where I'm going to post some pictures of this later today. You can also follow me at Joel Duggan on Twitter and Joel Duggan on Patreon if you'd like to support the stream. It renews automatically once you sign up, less than the price of a cup of coffee. It's only $2 a month, and it helps me continue to stream. Helps me to do more Lego builds like this. Next up is going to be the X-Wing from the UCS 2023 collection, and it is going to be fantastic. Jay Christ says that they got the Disney Castle and it's nearly 3.5 feet tall. Wow. This is 21 inches or 22 inches, something like that. Tadpole, Megabyte, and Mythical Sausage, all Minecraft. Why don't we raid Mythical Sausage? We haven't raided Mythical in a while. He's always a good time. And I'm sure everyone will enjoy the rest of their Minecraft afternoon. I'll be back again tomorrow for Minecraft again on Saturdays. That's my normal stream time at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 3 hours. That is, of course, provided that I have power and that the hurricane coming through Nova Scotia does not rob me of the ability to stream this weekend. So cross your fingers, folks. If you want to keep track on Twitter and Instagram, then you will find out if I am live. And Discord is another thing that is a great way to track that. And I think that's it. Oh, podcasts. Duh. You should listen to those. I make them. They're free. They're very easy to find. TheSpawnChunks.com and TheCitadelCafe.com. I've got a new episode of The Citadel Cafe that I'm editing this weekend. And there's, of course, a brand new episode of The Spawn Chunks out every Monday. We'll be talking about the latest pre-releases and whatever news is going to come our way in the next month as we head towards the Minecraft Live presentation on October 15th. So should be interesting. There's going to be another mob vote, and hopefully we'll get more information a little bit closer to that date. Usually Pixelriffs and I do cover that live on whatever Saturday it happens to be on. That's very often on his Twitch channel. So go and follow Pixelriffs at twitch.tv/Pixelriffs. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks ever so much. Bye for now.